Alright, so today's lesson is lesson 62, evaluating logarithms using change of base formula. So, logarithms are kind of hard to deal with when we can't calculate them, and on our calculators, we usually have a log button that's log base 10. So, when you push the log button, it's log base 10. But what if you had a problem that was like this, log base 5 of 30, right? Well, we don't have a button on the calculator as a log base 5, and we don't have every button that's a log base whatever on the calculator. Most calculators have a common log button and a natural log button. Common log has a base of 10. Natural log has a base of e, which is like 2.8. Okay? So how do we calculate this? Well, we know 5 to the power of 2 is 25, but this is 30, so it's a little bit bigger, and we need to figure this out. So, and in real life, you know, sometimes you want to figure out what's the appropriate interest rate you want to get for your investment, or you might be working for a bank or an investment company, and you need to figure out what interest rate to charge for your loans or such. So you need to use this logarithm function, okay? So that's what we're doing today. If we know that we have a common log button on our calculator, and we have a natural log button, which is log base e, we could solve the problem up here, log base 5 of 30, okay? Here are the steps. Identify the parts of the logarithms. Pick a new base, c, usually base of 10, okay? Because we like using common log, but you can use natural log, same thing. And then apply the change of base formula that's below, and then use a calculator to solve or evaluate the logarithm. So here we go. Number 1, we have log base 5 of 34. So we don't have a log base 5 button on our calculator, so what we need to do is convert that to using the change of base formula. So the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite everything. I'm going to pick a new logarithm. So I know that this expression is equal to the following. I know I can rewrite it as common log of 34 divided by common log of 5. Okay? So now that I've rewritten it, now I'm going to solve it on my calculator. So on the recording I can't really show you that, but I'm going to show the class right now how to do that. So after writing it down, I'm going to write down what my answer was. So 2.1910, and in my directions it says use a calculator to approximate each to the nearest thousandth. So I have to go to the thousandths place. This is tenths, hundredths, thousandths, which is right there. And I'm looking to the right. I want to ask myself, is it 5 or more? Yes or no? No, it's not, so I'm going to leave the 1 the same and take out the 0, so my answer is 2.191, okay? So this lesson isn't very hard in the sense that it takes a lot of mental work, but you need to know the skill of using your calculator. You kind of want to become friends with your calculator, especially as you're going to go up to college or higher level math. You want to get used to whatever calculator you use because each one's different. On my calculator, you have to push 34 first and then the common log button. The graphing calculator that I have at my desk, I have to push common log first and then 34 and get the answer, okay? So whatever you use, just get used to it because you want it to be a tool, okay? So I'm going to put down all the things that I wrote here on the left. So the first thing I did is I pushed the AC button, which is clear, and then I pushed 34, and then I pushed the common log button, then I pushed the divide button, then I pushed 5, common log button again, and then I pushed the equal sign and I got my answer, okay? So you might want to put these steps down, that way you know how to do this on the iPad or iPhone calculator, okay? Each calculator is different, so I can't give you all the steps, but these are the how to do it on this particular type. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time now on number 2, okay? Oh, by the way, 5 to the power of 2.191 should equal to 34. Do you think that's true? Yes. Let me prove it to you, okay? So on number 2, I'm going to rewrite my expression using the change of base formula. I'm going to pick common log base, or common log of 23 divided by common log of 5, okay? And I'm going to set up my equation, and at some point you're going to get really good at this and memorize that, okay? But for today, I want you to write it down every time. Alright? And I'm going to take my calculator and calculate it, so I'm going to go to my... So 4 decimal places, 1.9481, and I'm looking at the thousandths place, which is at the 8th, okay? And I'm looking to the right, and I'm asking myself, is it 5 or more? Yes or no, it's not, so I'm going to keep it the same, 1.948. What this is saying is 5 to this power is equal to 23. And that sounds about right? Because 5 to the second power is 25. 23 is a little smaller. Okay, does that make sense? So today's lesson, all you're doing is calculating on your calculator. And I really want you to feel confident with the buttons you push, okay? Because it's very important. Because on the test, you're going to have to use a calculator. All right? Good? All right, so let's have you turn your neighbor. Tuesday, so let's have 2's talk first. 2's are talking about number 1, and then 1's are talking about number 2 once they're done. Explain how I did that. Ready, set, go. Okay, number 3. Oh, those are the answers. Sorry. Here we go. Number 3, we got log base 4 of 1.9. We're asking 4 to what is equal to 1.9. Okay? So, let's do this one together. First thing you want to do is set up your problem on your paper so you know what you're writing. You don't want to get mixed up. So we're going to pick common log on this one. And it's going to be common log of 1.9 divided by common log of 4. Okay? All right, so always set up your problem today until you memorize how to do it. Then we're going to go to our 0.4629. And the directions say we're going to round to the nearest thousandth. So we have to go to thousandth place, which is the 2. Look at the number to the right of the 2. Is it 5 or more? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So what do we do with the 2? Round up, right? So you got 0.463. Box your answer. And what this is saying is 4 to this power is equal to 1.9. Okay? All right. Questions on this one? Raise your hand if you think this is pretty easy. Okay, good. Let's do another one. Let's have you do number 4 on your own. Okay. And just to predict, I like predicting what my answer is as a math student because you always want to use number sense. You want to make sure you get it right. So I know 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, 2 to the power of 4 is 16, 2 to the power of 5 is 32, and 2 to the power of 6 is 64. So 6 is too big, right? Because we want to only go up to 49. So I know my answer is going to be between the numbers 5 and 6. Okay, I need to have some common sense when I do my homework. So, okay, do this, please. Go. Okay, so after plugging in the numbers, here's what you should have in case you didn't get it. Got 5.615 is your final answer, okay? Or 5 and 615 thousandths. So I want to show you one more thing on the calculator.